The evening was supposed to be simple, just a quiet family dinner to celebrate my father-in-law's 60th birthday. My wife, Emma, had insisted we go early to help with the arrangements. "Please try to be nice tonight," she told me while fixing her hair in the mirror. My dad invited many relatives. I looked at her reflection. When am I not nice? She didn't answer. That silence felt strange, but I ignored it. We had been married for 7 years. Our marriage wasn't perfect, but I thought we were stable. At least that's what I believed until that night. Arriving at the party, her parents lived in a large house on the edge of town. When we arrived, the place was already filled with people. Cars lined the street, laughter came from the backyard, and soft music played through the open windows. Inside, Emma's mother greeted us warmly. "Oh, good, you're here," she said. "Dinner will start soon." I helped carry a few trays to the dining room while Emma disappeared to greet her cousins. The dining table was huge, decorated with candles and flowers. There were name cards placed on each seat. I looked for mine. Near the center of the table, I found it. Right next to Emma. I smiled. That felt right. The strange feeling. As guests kept arriving, something felt off. Emma seemed unusually nervous. She kept checking her phone and looking toward the front door. "Are you expecting someone important?" I asked. She quickly locked her phone. "No, just friends." Her answer didn't convince me, but before I could ask more, the doorbell rang. Emma froze for a moment. Then she rushed toward the entrance. I followed slowly, curious. The man at the door. When the door opened, a tall man stepped inside. He looked confident, well-dressed, and strangely comfortable. Emma's face lit up when she saw him. "Daniel, you made it!" She hugged him. Not a normal friendly hug, a long one. My stomach tightened. I walked closer. Emma pulled back and looked at me quickly. "Oh, this is Daniel, a friend." Daniel smiled and extended his hand. "Nice to meet you." I shook it. His grip was firm. His smile felt knowing. Something about him made me uneasy. Dinner begins. Soon everyone gathered around the dining table. I walked toward my seat, but then I stopped. Someone was already sitting there. Daniel. He was sitting in the chair with my name card beside Emma. I stood there confused. I think that's my seat." Daniel looked at the card. "Oh, really?" he said casually. Emma quickly spoke. "It's okay, you can sit over there instead." She pointed to a chair at the far end of the table, far away from her, far away from the center. The whole table went quiet for a second. My father-in-law laughed awkwardly. "Seats don't matter. Come on, let's just eat." But something inside me felt heavy. My seat, next to my wife, was taken, and she didn't even care. Watching them. Dinner started. People laughed and talked, but I barely tasted the food. From the other end of the table, I watched Emma and Daniel. They talked constantly. They leaned close to hear each other over the noise. At one point, Daniel whispered something in her ear. She laughed softly, the kind of laugh she hadn't shared with me in months. My chest felt tight. The small signs. As the evening continued, the signs became impossible to ignore. Emma refilled Daniel's drink before anyone else's. Her hand brushed his arm more than once. When he made jokes, she laughed the loudest. Even her cousin noticed. She leaned toward me and whispered quietly, "Is that guy Emma's coworker?" "I think so," I said. She frowned. "They seem very close." I forced a small smile. "Yeah." But inside, a storm was forming. The birthday speech. Eventually, it was time for my father-in-law to give his birthday speech. Everyone stood with their glasses. He smiled warmly. "I'm grateful to have my family here tonight. My daughters, my wife, and of course, my wonderful son-in-law." He looked at me. For a moment, I felt seen again. Then he continued. "And our new family friend, Daniel." Everyone clapped. Daniel raised his glass confidently. Emma looked proud. Proud. That moment hurt more than I expected. The breaking point. After dinner, people moved into the living room for cake. I decided to step outside for some air. The cool night helped clear my head, but as I walked around the side of the house, I heard voices, Emma's voice and Daniel's voice. I stopped. They were standing close near the garden. "I missed you," Daniel said softly. Emma sighed. "I know. Tonight was difficult." "Difficult? For you or for him?" Daniel asked. Emma looked down. "I didn't want to hurt him." My heart dropped. Daniel stepped closer. "You should have told him the truth months ago." Emma whispered, "I will, soon." That was enough. I stepped forward, into the light. Both of them froze. Emma's face turned pale. "How long?" I asked quietly. She didn't answer. Daniel looked uncomfortable but stayed silent. "How long?" I repeated. Emma swallowed. 4 months. 4 months of lies. 4 months of pretending everything was normal. I laughed bitterly. "And tonight you invited him to sit in my seat?" Tears filled her eyes. I didn't know how to handle it. Daniel finally spoke. "You deserve the truth." I turned to him. "You sat in my seat at my wife's family dinner." He didn't respond because he knew I was right. Walking away. Inside the house, people were singing happy birthday. Candle cakes glowed through the window. Life continued like nothing was wrong, but for me, everything had changed. I looked at Emma one last time. "You should have told me the truth," I said quietly. Tears rolled down her face. "I'm sorry." But apologies couldn't fix what was broken. Not tonight. Maybe not ever. I walked toward my car. Behind me, the birthday party continued. Laughter, music, celebration. But the seat that mattered most to me had already been taken. And not just at the table, in her heart.